Okay, so we've created 4 different components. We want to keep these all together and not mess with them. So what we want to do is group them. So the easiest way to get them all together is Control A to select everything. And if I right click, there is a tab here that says Make Group, and I can combine these all into one group. And you see it made a blue outline box. So these are all in one group. So now whenever I click on this group, okay, I can move this whole as one group or change anything I want to or hide it or anything. So let's just move this out of the way. Okay, over here, that's one thing you can do, or I can hide it. So if I right click and hide it, it is still there, but it's hidden in view. Okay, I usually like to hide things because it makes your workspace cleaner. You're not going to accidentally grab something you don't want to. So now I want to go ahead and create my sticks. So I'm going to create it just like I did with each floor. And easiest way to do that is select my rectangle tool. And at the origin, just draw out any dimension I want. Type in the dimension of the stick. So I'm looking at a stick from the top down view. It's only 1/8 of an inch by 1/8 of an inch. So it's type 1/8, comma 1/8. Press enter. Oops. Make sure I press 1/8. Make sure you use a comma 1/8. Press enter. And now it has made that tiny little square is what I'm going to make my stick out of. Okay, so it's always a good idea to, in 2-dimension now, make it into a group before you change it to 3 dimensions. So I'm going to double click, so that selects everything. I'm going to right click, and I'm going to make it a component, name it stick. Okay, so now I have a new component named stick, but it's only a 2-dimensional component. There's no thickness to it or no height to it yet. Okay, so in order to do that, I need to change my view because, again, you can't push-pull this face with a top-down view. You can't tell how far you're pushing and pulling something. So I got to change maybe to an angle view. Okay, and now I need to edit this component. I've only selected the component. I can't edit nothing. So if I select the push-pull tool here, okay, and I hover over it, it won't let me select anything because I'm not editing a face. I'm not touching a face. I'm touching an entire component. So I need to first select the entire component and edit it. So double click it. You'll see it draws a dotted line around it or a box around it. That now I'm editing inside of a component. I can now alter these dimensions. Okay, I will now use my push-pull tool to select this face and pull it up to any dimension I want and type in the dimension. So let's assume we did 12 inches. So I'm just going to type in 12, press enter. Okay, and it has now made this stick 1/8 by 1/8 by 12 inches. Okay, so now we just need to make copies of this stick if we want to, and you can work on one face at a time is usually the best way to do this. All right, and again, it's the same procedure as we did with our floors. You just highlight it, Control C, Control V, made one copy, Control V, other copy, so on and so on. Great. So I made multiple copies of that stick, but they may not be in the right position. So how do I get them in the right position? So we'll go over that in the next video.